What we can expect from the convention politically is our analyst, Jennifer Carroll. Jennifer, thank you for joining us. This could not be a more critical time for these conventions. I want to start what you expect from the RNC starting tomorrow, because we've had a string of just horrific stories from the what's happening in Turkey and France to what's happening domestically in Orlando, and then the Dallas police shootings this past week, the Black Lives Matter movement, all these things. Do you expect that to be discussed? How so at the RNC?
Well, the first day at the RNC is supposed to be addressing border security, Benghazi. And keep in mind, during the daytime, it's going to be a lot of busy moving parts. The speakers that will be on stage, when they look out in that audience, because I've spoken at the convention before, you're seeing a lot of bodies moving about,
Yes,
a lot of noise, like nobody's listening to you.
Yes.
Everyone will tend to tune in at night. Donald Trump will speak on Thursday night, but the primetime hours, that's when everyone's settled down. You can hear things. But for the people that are attending, it's going to be a lot of barriers to go through and security measures to go through in order to get into the convention. They will have cordoned off areas for the protesters, but it's a right to carry state. So even the Black Panthers say they're coming armed. So I hope we don't have clashes of the groups, so that we don't have a really tenuous situation out there on the streets, because law enforcement, they have been trained, and they have a lot of supplement that has come into the area to help the local law enforcement officers as well. And their lives are going to be on the line as well. If you're looking at a body and a gun, it's just not going to be a good standoff.
I want to move back. You said Benghazi first day. Do you think they're going to use Benghazi as a springboard for a lot of these other international issues that are going right now?
Well, true. They're going to talk the convention. They'll address the economy. They'll talk about government and being government being responsive to the people, constitutional government, energy independence, national security. But right off the bat, they're going to talk about Benghazi, the failure of the current administration, the failure of Secretary Clinton, and border security, national security as well, because that's going to be a big issue with regards to all of these local as well as international terrorist attacks we've been seeing.
Also, Mike Pence, Indiana's governor, just named as Donald Trump's running mate this weekend. It was a bit of a delay because of what happened in Turkey and France. Where do you think they go from here? What do they have to do to make Mike Pence as valuable as he can be to Donald Trump?
Well, that's going to be interesting, because Donald Trump is a personality within himself. And as you can see at the rollout with Mike Pence, Donald Trump didn't even stay for Mike Pence to give his speech. And Donald Trump took a long time before he even introduced Mike Pence. So how much will they give Mike Pence the stage to really be flamboyant, or to be out there talking about policy and really exciting the base? Because that's what it's all about. Mike Pence was a safe selection for Donald Trump. He knows he has to go after the base, the anti-Trumpers, the conservative right that said they would never vote for Donald Trump. This is an ease and an olive branch out to them to say, I'm meeting you halfway. Now, how much will Donald Trump put Mike Pence out there to really do the job that needs to be done to coalesce and unify, as well as raise money from Mike Pence's Rolodeck? It'll be interesting to see.
Jennifer Carroll, thank you. It will be as interesting a couple weeks as it gets, because, of course, the DNC the week following. Kent Justice is at the GOP Convention in Cleveland. He will also travel to the Democratic National Convention in Philadelphia once the RNC ends. We will have live coverage throughout the week and reaction from our local delegates. Our reports will begin tonight. You'll also be able to get updates on your phone or computer at news4jax.com or on the News4Jax mobile app.